Alright, and we're back. At it once again. Ready to enter the forest this time. We got our party here. Of course, the Giga Chads. Just about ready to hit in. We have, of course, swapped out our weapon, if you've missed. We had a little bit too strong of weapons to start with. Gamago had a little bit of a sneaky sneak. Luckily, we caught up before gathering even a single piece of experience. Now, I am recognizing that some of these accounts are newer than others. Meaning, they will be getting 10% increased experience. There's not much I can do about that. It's going to be a 10% increase that they get for a whole hour. Good for them. They will need it. They will certainly need it. I could very well use that as well, mind you. But, whoa. Lovely. Alright. We are ready to go, I believe. Let's set up on the follow and get to moving. So, the plan is, of course, we're going to be starting with the slimes. How exactly that's going to be going, we'll see. We saw that before, of course. We saw an archer one-shotting one of these slimes. I have a feeling we won't be one-shotting this slime here. Let's give it a shot. So let's, number one, move some things around, right? We're certainly going to need some help from the party. So let's think about who we're going to be having hit. I think that the cleric and the fighter are going to come in clutch here. I'm going to send in the cleric from a distance. I know we're getting sweaty for some slimes. But we have to get ready for some of this stuff because, in the end, we will be, I'm going to do some pretty crazy stuff to be able to pull some things off. So we're going to start off with immediately sending in the fighter and the cleric on an auto attack. As they're moving in, I'm going to be backing up on the mage and attacking with our magic missile. That's going to be the plan, and it should go, basically an instant kill. But here we go, let's give it a shot. So here I have the lads going in to go punch it, and I'm going to kite it back here with my magic missile as they go to punch it. It seems alright. They weren't able to get aggro because they obviously don't have weapons yet, but that seems like it's going to be the way to go. So let's give that a shot again, and of course these guys need to come back over as well. We might even be able to get them to just take the damage, we'll see. Of course, it's a little bit crazy for this. It might just make more sense to just kite out with the mage itself, just because we don't have any weapons yet. We might try some more of this, command stuff later, where we'll be, commanding multiple people. But for now, I think it might make sense to just chill and kill some slimes. Again, I'm just gonna try to kite it out. I don't really want it to come and hit me. We're gonna try to save as much of our resources as possible. Unfortunately, not getting anything here. We could really do with some drops, but we'll keep going. Again, we're getting very little XP here. 1 XP per kill. Of course, we're sharing that amongst our whole party. Look at this. Probably our first drop could really be much better. I mean, we got some leather here, and we got a potion, right? We got an HP potion. Go ahead and check that right on there. Well, I guess it's already there, but let's put it a little bit closer. A little bit of a wacky spot to have a potion. I think anyone can agree with that, but... Okay. Low quality. I'm quite happy with that. I might even be trading over everything to Ellison. I believe that he is going to be a crafter. It's either that or it's going to be some more to... We'll see, but we can get right back to grinding here. Keep up with the kiting. We don't have to worry about any of these guys any aggro yet, so they can just be on follow. And we should be able to kite just fine. And again, I mean, look at this. A little bit of bone, low quality. I mean, you just can't go wrong with something like that, I mean, it's nice. We want to, for sure, save our SP stones. We should be able to kill one more slime with our current SP, and then we'll house right up and start healing back up on our mana. 1 mana remaining. Quite perfect. No drop, unfortunately, but we'll just rest on up in the home. Of course, this being a ridiculous little thing where you just sit in a mushroom, but it's quite nice. So here we are. Lovely little view. You know, sometimes this game does look bad. Even though it's just low polys and low lighting. Not an impressive game by any means. It's nice. A little sad what they did to the models of the slimes and the mushrooms, but you know, these are cute too, so can't really be too bad. Alright, we're just about at a pretty reasonable spot on mana. We can check attendance. Look at that. Let's see when this was made. How lovely. We'll see if we can keep that up or not. Probably not, but we'll give it a shot. We're just about at the reasonable mana, as I was saying, and we'll hop right on out of here. At 43, I think. Right back to grinding on these slimes. We're gonna be looking for probably level 2 on the slimes before going for the mushrooms. So, you know, I think we could take out a mushroom here. As long as we kite it. It's not too much more life than the slime, so we kite it just right. We should only have to take potentially only one hit, if even. I think we are going to be taking the hit here. We don't have the speed skill. Oh, we do get the 10 instead of the 9, getting the kill. And we can see that we get different items from different creatures. You can see slimes were dropping things like this leather and bone. This is more like an alive thing. And these mushrooms were dropping much more magical things like the magical crystal and the gem dust. Now, I think slimes can also drop the gem dust. There's some tables that each thing are able to access, and oftentimes it's pretty arbitrary. In fact, I think it's just immediately arbitrary. But things will have different drop tables, and many different things will be worth farming. That being said, I think we can find the mushroom. Very nice. To get our mana, it's going to be a serious problem. We're going to have to find a way to solve that for sure. Again, taking no damage is really nice. The gem dust, incredibly useful. Sorts of things that can come out of this. Now, I'd also like to try expending some of our HP resources as well. So when we're healing in the house, we might as well be healing 2 resources at once. This is incredibly slow, so I might as well have some other characters come and help. See, that's already quite nice. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous, but it's not so bad. And again, we might even be able to do the same here. Let's try sending in the fighter and the mushroom. Goes the archer and the trickster, all with no weapons, of course. The fighter is dying. We're going to have to pull him out and use an HP stone, unfortunately. The mushrooms were a little bit stronger than I had anticipated. That's alright, we use 1 HP stone and get a nice chunk of XP. For everybody. Leveling up. I mean, just fantastic. We'll throw everyone back up onto, onto the follow. Which, you know, of course, I'm still not going to get very fast at, but hopefully at some point I will. Here we go, that's not too bad at all. Everyone's back on follow. You can, of course, loot spoils. I don't believe that this is my item. And because I don't believe it's mine, I will not pick it up. This is going to be one challenging thing. We decided to be on a populated server. And I think it would be nice to see people and... you know, like this person, for example. We'll chat with them later. They're a fine fellow, I believe. Yeah. But we'll continue right on. And, level up. Of course, we now have a nice, well, chunk of mana. Quite a bit more. Everyone's a little bit more janky. I think we can try a mushroom again. I think we'll go back to the slimes quite quickly. You can see our damage has increased significantly. Just off of the level up alone. We'll be able to put some stats in here as well. On every character, but I think that's something that we can wait to do for a little bit. I think we should fight some slimes. Let's see that we're just so much more powerful now. The level up alone. And I'm not sure how much of that has to do with, like, you know, again, with those changes, or if that was historical. I got a feeling a little strong here. But, you know, keep in mind, we're not crazy. We got just a normal weapon. Anything that's happening, it is what it is. Yeah, it's a beautiful drop strip. I'm gonna get the bone, we get the leather, and soon we can come into here, right? I forget which one this is. But we could decide here if we want to go into the Forest Tides or Sand Beach. And it could be a nice little choice. Well, Forest of Tides has always been this place in my heart. I think we will go there. Let's kill a few more slimes. We might get something a little bit special. It is quite worth going for exactly what this guy's name is. As you can see, there's cards in the game. These two, of course, have some interesting stats behind them. Some of them are quite useful, and something like the S card slime could be incredibly nice to put on the fighter, or someone that needs to take damage. And that could even be on the mage, considering, again, that they will be the main character that we're playing. I mean, forever. I think there will be times you'll be seeing full gameplay of the archer in the early levels, particularly. And, you know, perhaps some solos through cleric. It's hard to say, but this guy's looking strong there. I mean, it's ridiculous. I just one-shot that as well on a crit, so I mean, maybe I'm just super powerful as well. But look, get some meat and some bone. I mean, just fantastic. We can continue right along. That's exactly what we're talking about. Exactly what that guy's name was. As we can see, we have the unopened card. I'm thinking we want to hold on to some of these and then do a gamble. We're not able to get them really much anymore. And hope that we get like maybe two of these. But one would be great. A little bit close to an NPC. It's this sign here. We can move away from that. Let's try it on. As we're resting, I think we'll have the fighter head on in. Well, I think for now it might be best to not do too much until they have weapons, because as we could see, the fighter was nearly dying from some fighter bomb tested. Guy here at level 12. Let's start drawing. Love it. Oh, perhaps not the most talkative guy. Hello! Fantastic. Or... I mean, seems like a lovely, nice little guy. Look, he's got some enchantments on his gear. I mean, that's great. 12? I mean, quite impressive. Elander? I mean, fantastic. We're just about at our mana cap again, so our stalling's almost over. He's turning around us, a little bit interested. We'll pop out and start killing some slimes. And I got my mana back. You know, people will be confused all the way through the run. I think it's got a little bit of charm to it on its own. Again, we could have done it on an empty server, had some more challenges, and we might do on the next run. You know, if we die early, we might just go over to the other server. You know, for now, we can give this a shot. We can keep killing some slimes. And just hope. Ooh, look at this. You know, ready. It's just some more mechanics. So immediately we have some enchantments. Some of these items are gonna have enchantment slot. Be able to put something like this in there. Increase physical attack damage. Something that could be quite nice on a few of our different characters here. I love that for sure. Keep killing a few more slimes. It will be very powerful, right? Just one hit kill enchantment. But what is this? Unique type level 1 enchantment. Chance to one hit kill opponent when attacking mages. Wow, an incredibly low chance. Is that 1 in 50? It was from that too. I'm really not sure the exact. No, what am I talking about? It's. Yeah, it was 1 in 50. Wow. Is that 1 in 500? I'm not sure how useful that really is, but maybe it's got some use. Again, I'm not sure how historical this sort of damage is. It seems like a lot. Like, really, really a lot. Again, I mean, perhaps level ups just really are that impactful. Okay. We'll kill a few more of these. And hopefully make enough money. Again, I'm reluctant to sell things like this because how much of it will be useful? I think actually something like this, although it could have an incredibly niche use, I think it's 1 in 500 is just far too unlikely. I think it's actually just money, which is exactly what we need so we can get weapons on the other characters. We'll be calling it here. Just... Oh, I was talking to this person yesterday. Congratulations, sharpshooter. It's fantastic. Well done. So here we are. Fill in a few more slimes. I think we'll run out of mana. Oh, there you go. Ooh. A nice unopened card. Fill a couple more. I think we'll call it there and get ready to enter into another zone. I think we've done quite nice. We're getting a little bit of a stockpile here. Isn't neat? Of course, all these items will likely be useful. It's not all of them, but we'll discover exactly what.